This is the first video in the series, Data Science: A Journey Through Time. In today's video, we will try to answer one of the fundamental questions in the field of data science: how to believe the story that the numbers tell. To begin our discussion, let's understand this concept. This number is a value. 4 by itself is a value and it's just a number. If I add a unit in front of it, it gets some context, but it does not answer any question. The pencil is 4 centimeters long. This sentence has meaning to it, and this gives even more meaning to the data. This is called information. Information is a next level of abstraction of the data. You may find exact definitions of data and information, but that's not the point of this video. The aim is to build an intuition. We can further dive into information theory and quantify the amount of information contained in a data stream using Shannon's entropy. Let's take a look at this topic from a philosophical point of view as well. A well established framework is the DIKW framework. It helps us understand what is knowledge and what is wisdom. Knowledge is understanding patterns, relationships, or rules based on the information. Knowledge builds on information and adds experience, logic, or learning. Look at this example. You know that most phone batteries last around 8 to 10 hours of screen time when new. So if your phone only lasts for 2 hours, you recognize that the battery is probably old or degraded. This para answers a fundamental question: how? How do I know if the battery life is poor? Because I understand what's typical for battery performance, and this is way below that. So in this case, you're using your knowledge, that is your past experience, plus information about typical battery life to interpret the data. At the end, you reach a meaningful conclusion. Wisdom involves insight, ethics, foresight, and often a sense of what matters in the big picture. Have a look at this example. Is it smarter to just replace the battery instead of buying a whole new phone? That is a decision that comes from wisdom. Talk a bit about understanding and learning. In terms of data science, we can say understanding something is compressing the data and retaining the most important bits of the data. This viewpoint is interesting and important while discussing about machine learning. Well, let's discuss that later in the series, but let's understand how do people learn. People learn through a combination of experience, observation, and study, often connecting new information to prior knowledge. So, in broader terms, we can say that association plays an important role in learning, and we perceive things relatively. Again, why are we discussing this? Learning builds perception, and perception is subjective. Learning refines the perception, and perception further shapes understanding. It's important to highlight these facts since while we are dealing with data, interpreting the data is a crucial part. How we interpret the data is a major part of the job of the data scientist. And a part of it is subjective, is what I want to highlight here. Hopefully, you can connect data with emotions and beliefs and try to relate it to the DIKW framework as well. Let us consider this example. You have walked 2000 steps today and you have burned 180 calories. Your heart rate is averaged at 95 BPM. So, this is the data. What are your beliefs? Now, beliefs are subjective. You could perceive that I'm not healthy, or I believe I'm trying my best to stay fit. So, belief drives emotional response or an emotional reaction. So, it could be that you feel proud of yourself, or you feel motivated, or you feel frustrated. All come from the same data. What I want to bring home is that we have moved from seeing just numbers on the screen to actually understand and have an emotional reaction to it. Let's move ahead. We have seen the levels of abstraction of data, and we understand that now that data carries wisdom. Wisdom is like an invisible compass, quietly shaping our biggest choices, subtle actions, and long term strategies across every area of life. The question is, are you a wise person? So, data isn't always neutral, it's shaped by human choices. In context, data depends on the processes and systems. What we choose to measure, how we collect it, and how we label and categorize it. These are all decisions made by people. Example, in a survey, the way questions are worded affects how people respond. That affects the data. Data is also subjective to an extent. While numbers seem objective, the meaning behind them can be subjective. We decide what counts as important data, how to interpret it, what to do with it. For example, in a school, if we only collect test scores as data, we might miss emotional well being, creativity, or resilience, which are also real, just harder to quantify. We also have the human filter, such as cultural context, biases, system limitations, and technology design. So, data is not what is just collected, but is also what's chosen to be seen. So, we could conclude that data depends on human defined systems and it carries subjectivity based on those systems. The bottom line for a data scientist is to make sure that the wisdom that is passed on, recovered from the data, is favorable to everyone. Hence, define and be a part of deciding the processes and systems. The last step to ensure that you can believe the data is if it ensures data quality and is captured from the right data sources. But this is something we can ensure with logic and systems in place. Accuracy is one such metric. Completeness, consistency, validity, reliability, timeliness, and uniqueness, relevance, all these are characteristics of data quality that need to be attained and maintained. Data depends on human defined systems. Data can be reliable using data profiling, data cleaning, data governance, and using data quality tools. Great! If you have made it till here in the video, please look out for the next video in the series. And if this video helped you learn something new, please like and share this video with all your friends who are interested in data science. Lastly, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe. Thank you.